Tower Princess took my manhood and turned it into something great. Remember when chivalry wasn't dead? Yeah, like me neither, because chivalry died a long time ago and I blame it on the women. Fear not though, Tower Princess has got you covered. I mean, I got to play as a knight with huge shoulders covered in very thick metal armor. And my sole purpose in life was to save the very hot looking princess. Speaking of which, there's like a small variety of these beauties around. You get a bunch of princesses that you need to save, each holding their place in the castle. As usual, the good looking ones, like this one, they're a bit snotty and rude, while the one looking like a crocodile has a heart of gold and she's pretty witty. I mean, just like in real life when you're trying to date someone, right? The levels are randomly generated throughout the entire playthrough. I mean, don't get it twisted, it's not that random because how much money could they possibly put in this? But it's awesome that every single time you start, it's a different challenge. And for a second, I thought using a different princess will give you different levels, but no, it makes no difference who you choose to save, as long as you save someone, because I failed to do so in all the hours that I played since this was released. Maybe because of my level of difficulty, I wanted to get a bit of a challenge, and apparently I did. You do have 4 levels of difficulties to choose from for the flexibility, and my next playthrough is gonna be on easy because I'm getting my ass kicked. You get 2 knights to choose from. You have a range option and the up close in your face swinging sword melee. The range made 0 sense to me. I wasn't able to aim properly with that musket, even though it does have bigger damage, leaving me for the entire playthrough to choose the sword. You look badass, you're swinging a big sword, you feel like a knight in shiny armor, right? And speaking of gameplay and all that, the dodge button is your best friend. It gets you out of the ways of traps and helps you along with just combat and whatnot. At home base, when you each and every single time you have to restart, your boy goes to the gym, you can upgrade his level, and later on you get even improvement to your weapon. I do feel like you need to keep saving those princesses so you can get your upgrades. And for that, you need to pass the main boss fight, which was a complete nightmare. The entire time that I tried to kill that guy, I really felt like I was under-leveled. The dude just destroys you. He has the ability to almost one-shot you. And just like in a boss fight, platforming here is key. And you get to combine it with sweet hack and slash, giving a promise for a pretty good video game. You throw on top cartoony visuals, who doesn't like that? The excellent performance. Guys, I don't know, I feel like I must have had like 200 frames or something. This is butter smooth. It's impeccably optimized. And the humor. Hanging back in my seat, looking at the game, you really feel like whoever made this was a jokester. There's funny bits and pieces everywhere. Tower Princess doesn't take itself seriously, and neither should you. This is meant to be fun. From the paintings, from the dialogue with the princesses, and even the way the actual NPCs look like. They remind you of target practice made out of plank, wood, painted on top. So instead of getting a guy who's moving his hands, it's so much better, right? There's no voice dialogue, but I guess that would have been too expensive for the budget, and I get it. But don't be fooled. I mean, all of those things just show how much love the devs have put into this. I'm actually curious to know how many people worked on this video game. The attention to detail is everywhere and it's amazing. For an indie game, that unfortunately is probably gonna go under the radar. I don't know how many people are gonna play this. I mean, I had it for about a year on my wish list, and when I got the notification telling me it was out, I jumped on it. Just wish bigger channels, bigger YouTubers would play this so they can get more discovery. People probably don't know about this title. And I'm certainly not doing the devs any favors because I have a very small channel and not a lot of folks watch my videos. Levels, like I said, they're randomized, but like not to an infinite extent. After about 2 hours, I was able to see repetition in the way the rooms look like. And that's just, I mean, it's normal. But the main thing was that I didn't feel tense at all. Unfortunately, I got rid of Elder Ring, but I got back into Warzone again. And Warzone just keeps you tense. I don't even know I play this. Tower Princess, on the other hand, just relaxes you. Like I said, I had it on my wish list for about a year, and now I finally get to play it, and it's awesome. I was, as usually, in the back of my mind thinking how cool if this would have had co-op. Maybe someone would have played as a knight, the other one would have played as a princess, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. These people probably don't have money to implement co-op. It's just wishful thinking on my behalf. Just bear in mind, this is a single player experience only, but it's a very, very polished single player experience. Funny, cute looking, and relaxing. This was my first impression of Tower Princess after a couple of hours. Name's Rocashu. And if you also played it, or you're gonna give it a shot, just let me know if you're able to kill that boss, man. That guy was kicking my ass.